For the past 2 years, I've been learning a game development and in the same time building this channel. I've learned a ton of things the hard way, so today I'm sharing the top 5 mistakes I made in my first 2 years to help you avoid them. Hello everyone, I'm Ruba. For those of you who don't know me, I make tutorials, mostly horror ones, and I'm really obsessed with creating things from zero, like I hate templates. So let's start with mistakes that I learned along the way. First thing, I think it's safe to say, done is better than perfect. You wouldn't try to build the entire Grand Canyon in one go. You start by digging a single respectable hole, and then you will figure out the rest. Game development is the same. Your masterpiece currently looks like a potato with a sword. A perfect animation for that potato's walk cycle is a waste of time, when you haven't decided if the potato is about to fly, walk, or even roll. Here is reality about motivation. Motivation is that flaky friend who says, yeah, let's totally work on the game, and then goes you to binge a new Netflix show. But then there is a discipline. Discipline is the roommate who, even when they are tired, still takes out the trash. Not because he wants it, it's because it needs to be done. You will almost never feel like working on your game. The secret isn't to find motivation, it's to build a tiny, unstoppable habit. Commit to opening the engine and doing one thing, just one thing. Change a variable, change one number, place one asset, debug one error that's bothering you for a couple days. Most days, that one thing will lead to another. Some days it won't, but you still did the one thing. Discipline is what builds a game over a year. Motivation builds a game in one weekend and then it disappears for 6 months. Imposter Syndrome is the default setting. I think everyone has it. Feeling like a fraud, like you're just faking it and everyone else really knows what they are doing? Congratulations, you just officially joined the club of every single other game development on this planet. The difference between a real developer and an imposter isn't knowledge, it's an action. A real developer is just an imposter who didn't quit. They have the same fears and Google the same stupid errors. They just keep building. Your favorite indie developer feels this way looking at some awesome AAA studio games. AAA developers feel this way looking at genius of a classic they can never live up to. You're not alone. Keep building, the feeling might never go away, but most important thing is that you will learn to build alongside of it. The asset store black hole. Here's the thing. You need a simple chair for your game. Easy, right? You just open the Unreal Marketplace, you take a look, you find it. 3 hours later, you bought the Mega Ultimate Medieval Furniture Pack with 10,000 assets inside for just $20. What a steal! You import it. Your project instantly gains 80 gigabytes. And there you go, from a little project that had a 2 gigabytes, now it's a monster that's counting almost 100 gigabytes. And now, worst thing, you spent a full day lost in folders named SM Prop Barrel Damaged LOD2. And then after a couple more hours, you finally build the most beautiful photorealistic tavern anyone has ever seen. And then you place your simple cartoon hero inside. The game runs at 3 frames per second, your character looks ridiculously out of the place. And you just wanted one chair, but you accidentally built a museum that no one will ever visit. The lesson here is the marketplace is a vortex. Finish your game with basic shapes first. Only go shopping for a specific item and leave immediately after. Just one more feature trap. Your platformer is going great. The jump feels perfect. You think, you know what? If I add the double jump, it will be a much better. So you add it, and it's fun. Then you think, well, if you can double jump right now, you might as well add a mid-air dash maybe. So you add that too. Also fun. Then, if you can dash, maybe you should dash through the walls. And if you're dashing through the walls, that should be a power you get from defeating some kind of boss. And if there's a boss, you will need a whole new level, right? And if there is a new level, maybe you should add a grappling hook, so it helps you defeat the boss. But in reality, what happens is 6 months later, your simple little platformer has somehow turned into a giant. Half-finished mess with a skill tree, 5 new moves, and a boss that doesn't even work. You started out making a game about jumping frog, and now you're trying to code reverse gravity while you're crying softly at 3 a.m. The point is, the new ideas are fun, but they can turn your focused game into a bloated monster. Write your cool new idea for the game 2 and get back to finishing game 1. So those were my biggest 5 mistakes that I encountered in these 2 years of game development, and I wish someone told me this earlier. All these things happen to everyone and it's normal. It's just important to recognize it and work to make them perfect. Game development, as everything in life, it comes with learning, so never stop learning. Every time, keep going, make a habit, learn something a little every day, and you will see it is impossible to not be better than you were yesterday. See ya.